Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday, the 4th of September, 2021. And this is the weekly technical analysis for spot gold and dollar yen for the second week of September. And let's take a look at spot gold, where it has made a massive push up on Friday, where it was with very poor non-farm payroll report from the US, and it has fully recovered the drop from the end of July, actually from the start of early August here, from the previous Federal Reserve meeting, where it just US dollar strengthened and against all the other major pairs. And it has now made its way all the way back up to the high of just at 1834, which is actually this high itself, which is at 1834. So it has recovered all the way back up here. That's basically why I had marked this zone earlier from last week. This would now still be a psychological resistance above that. And before that, throughout the week, after a strong move from the previous Friday, from the Jackson Hole summit and speech from Fed Chair Powell, it has been consolidating with support from the weekly pivot here. It's just hidden right in the middle here. This is the light blue line here, weekly pivot at the 1804.62. Right also together with the daily 200 EMA, finding support from there throughout the week, and then finally burst through on the Friday. And if you're trading intraday like myself and my other traders, we take a look at the 4-hour time frame. You can see this is from the start of the week. Support is at this weekly pivot, and it has been consolidating within this triangle and eventually breaking through on last night, Friday night. And you could actually determine the target. You can actually use the fib reversal technique and taking just the recent high and swing low and extend out. That was the first target here at the 162 fib at 1829.45. And you can see that was exactly hit, 1829.45. That was the first target. We go to the 1 hour, you can see a bit clearer. This was the move and the close. It was hit within that first hour, first 30 minutes. And then after the from 9 o'clock, it continued to push up to break through and attempted to reach that resistance at the 1834. All right. Let's go back to the daily time frame and remove this for now. So also on this bullish continuation move, Fibonacci here, you can also use that to extend to the 138 and the longer term time frame, also to the 38 fib at 1829. So there's a multiple fibs here to target. Okay, so this has basically fully retraced. Right, and use this as the short-term fib now. Let's move some of these areas, and this will be a critical support zone here at the weekly pivot from last week, and sandwich in between the daily 200 and the daily 55 EMA. Okay. So intermediate resistance now is at the 1834, and if it does try to push up higher, that's the 1850 will provide the next key target here. And if it does pull back, there is support from the 21 fib retracement of this recent move, or back down to the daily 200, which will be a strong support level. All right. So for the meantime, yeah, it has been, for the last couple of weeks, the US dollar has been weakening, and that's why spot gold and the rest of the majors have been climbing up. Now it is at the key resistance area, this recent highs. So we'll see how much pullback and retracement there is for next week. And just this coming week, there's also the US holiday on Monday, Labor Day. The only key news will be on Friday with PPI, and the Fed's meeting will only be in a couple weeks' time, and during the third week of September. And with this recent data on the jobs report, it's unlikely that it's going to be tapering for September, starting September. So as already stated in the Jackson Hole speech by Fed Chair Powell, that is likely towards the end of the month, end of the year, November or even December. So I think with that, the price could have already been set in, and we could see some stabilization for the next couple of weeks. And the only major news will be from two central banks this week. Is the RBA first, and then the ECB. That's on Tuesday and Thursday, respectively. So we watch their news on tapering, because they will also be discussing and debating on the start of their tapering as well. Okay, let's take a look at the US dollar index to see how dollar has reacted, and it has been falling and fell through the daily 55 EMA on the Thursday, and fell through right to the 62 fib. And that's at the 91.95 level, and managed to bounce back up slightly, close to the daily 200 EMA. So this was the critical last area of support. Let's move it down here now. Okay, and this one here is going to be this zone here at the 786 fib is going to be our resistance zone. Let's remove this for now. Okay, and the weakness already started from the Tuesday. Actually, the Tuesday there was a consumer confidence figures and it was very weak. And then on Wednesday, the ADP jobs report for the private sector was also lower than expected. So that sentiment continued for the rest of the week until the NFP data. Okay, let's move on to dollar yen. And dollar yen has been consolidating for much of the last few weeks. That both the monthly and the weekly pivots have confluenced and aligned together at the 109.84 level. So with so much confluence and alignment here, so this was the key resistance that it has been unable to break through at 110, just above 110. And it finally broke down on the Friday below this rising trend line of this ascending wedge, and just above the support level at the 50 fib at 109.50 area. So we'll see if this will hold as support or whether it may break through. And if it does, then it's I think we can target this 62 fib area just above the 109. So this will be a critical support level. But for now, this is the immediate short-term support. And if it finds support, then it could just consolidate further within this rectangle here. All right, the Bank of Japan's policy decisions is the following week. It's on the third week of September. And with the recent news of the Prime Minister's resignation, there could be a new Prime Minister by that time. So we'll see what how that impacts the Japanese yen. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately for the dollar yen, it has been consolidating and it's still consolidating in a fairly tight range, and even with poor US data. So eventually there will be a breakout. Could be with the FOMC policy meeting later. But for now, it's stuck in a very tight range, only about 60, 70 pips range. Okay. Do check out my other videos on the other major pairs, and have a safe week and a good trading week. And cheers for now.